We'll try again. Hey!
Oh, so, there's no battery already.
Oh, you're joking. So yeah, as he's saying, it's going to be one of them days, isn't it? Yeah, feel free to put another bottle in, but what I'll probably do, because you're new to it, is just go out with your one bottle. Yeah. They are so easy to replace. All you need to do, when it's empty, you can come to somewhere like us. Yeah. Most of the caravan sites will do it as well. Yeah. All you need to do is, you will need a gas spanner. Yeah. You just disconnect that bottle, take it in the shop, and you literally just swap it for a full one, and then reconnect your full one in. Okay. So I wouldn't worry too much about buying a second one to start with. No. I'd see how you get on with that one first.
Okay.
Yeah, you can soon have it on. Also in the front here, you've got your leg winder, so this is for winding your legs up and down, and then I've also popped your power cable in there as well, so you've got your mains power cable in there. Okay, lovely. Well, that's about it for the front.
You're going to show us where that goes, presumably, at some point.
Your cable, yeah. I've got everything else attached to it, so it's fully in operation. This is your starter pack here. Right. So you've got obviously your step, you've got the pipes for your Waste Master. You've got the Waste Master itself, you've then got your Akerol and also your toilet chemicals as well. Okay. But you'll see when we go round, I've got my equipment on currently, but this is your equipment to go with the van and stuff, so you're set up ready to go. So, move down the side. First thing we come to is your water inlet. Right. So, this is obviously my Akerol, but you've got your Akerol there, so this is your water for inside the caravan. All it is for your water inlet, there's two little plastic catches, one on the top and one underneath. All you do is turn them away and then just simply pull it out. Okay. So there's your pump on the bottom. All you do is drop it inside the water and then simply push this back on. When it's in, then just gently push them top and bottom in just to lock it in place. Yeah,
that's great.
Okay. So
hang on a minute, you said there's a pump on it.
Yeah, how does the pump work?
Yeah.
So all the pump does is draw the water out and then obviously circulate it round the van. So if you imagine when you open a tap up, the pump switch is on here.
Automatically.
Draws the water up and then runs through to
So just turning the tap on switches the pump.
Yeah, well I'll show you where there is a main switch for the pump, which is just above your door. So as long as you've got that switched on, all you need to do is open up your tap.
Okay.
But I'll talk more about that once we
So is that the electric cable in there somewhere? Is that an electric pump?
Yes, yeah. The electric terminals are on this side, and then this side is actually where your water's coming in and out. Okay. But it's all a sealed unit, so there's no chance of any electrocution or anything like that. You certainly don't have to be worried about that. No. So your front legs are both on the sides of the caravan. Right. So this is the one this side, and then there's obviously a duplicate on the other. Yeah. So all you need to do is obviously once you're in and level, simply put your leg winder on there. Wind them down until they hit the floor. Once they hit the floor, we'll just give them just a couple more turns, just so it's nice and tight and stable on the floor for you.
So how come the legs aren't down now?
We only ever put the back ones down on the demonstrations. All it is it saves me time when I'm taking your back off.
Okay, so you can just stand it with the two back ones and the jockey wheels enough.
The main thing is, if you ever want to go in your van, excuse me, and you're not attached to the vehicle, always at least put one leg down. All it is because when you step in and your door's at the back, as soon as you step in, the caravan will go clunk up in the air. So as long as you put a single leg down, you're perfectly fine to move in and out your van. Okay. But obviously when you're on a pitch and you're there for a week, definitely wind all four legs down. Just gives you more stability inside.
Yeah. Okay.
So, next one down, Truma. This is for your water boiler. So it comes with a 10 litre hot water boiler. It will run on gas, electric, or gas and electric at the same time. But anything to do with gas, you need to remove this cover. So all the cover goes on the bottom and then just pushes onto the top.
I'm not sure, I can't understand that. This is the water boiler in here?
Yeah, so the water boiler is inside the van. Yeah. And all it is, if you ever want to use gas for it, you need to remove the cover. Yeah.
Why is that, to let air into it?
Yeah, because if you hear, as soon as I put that on, it shut the gas off, because it hasn't got enough oxygen to use the burners.
Okay, so it's not dangerous, it's not dangerous, it just, you won't damage anything by leaving it on, you just malfunction.
Like, as you heard then, the second I put this on, that's switched off the gas. All it is, because it will sense that there's not enough breathing space in it.
We're more likely to be ringing you up saying, oh, the gas heating doesn't work, and you'll say, well, have you taken the cover off?
Yeah. But I'll show you inside, it'll light up with a red dot. 9 out of 10 times, if you see the red dot, it's because you've left the cover on externally.
That's great.
Okay, so this is only if you want to use it on gas. If you're running on electric, you can leave the cover on, but if you're running it on gas, you need to remove this cover. Okay. Then, next one down. So this is the sort of what I call the powerhouse for the van. So we've got your brand new 12 volt battery fitted and fixed in for you. And then this is your 240, your mains electrical hookup.
Right.
So what it is most of the systems inside the van run off the 12 volt system. What the 240 is doing is running a battery charger which recharges back up this battery. So if you imagine, it gives you a continual cycle of power. Because you're drawing off this, but the mains is recharging back up this battery. The other features that the mains is doing, it activates, I call them the household sockets, you know, the standard 3-pin plugs. This is activating them, and it also activates things like your extractor fan and also the electric ring on your cooker. You do need the 240 mains power to operate that. But other than that, the other features will run off your 12 volt system. Okay, lovely. So, we'll keep coming down. Next one we'll come to is your fridge vents. So this is no different than our fridges at home. Heat's exchanged out the back. But all it is we don't walk around the back of our fridges at home, so you don't realise how much heat is exchanged out the back. So if you come past and you feel heat coming out, all it is your fridge in operation. Now, as I've said, your appliances will run on gas or electric. At the minute, I've got this running on gas, so a lot more heat comes out of this side. That's just because that's where the gas burners are situated for your fridge. Okay. Lovely. So, move on down.
It'd be nice to capture that heat, wouldn't it?
So where my yellow bucket is, they're your two waste outlets. Now these are the two waste outlets. One comes from your sink, the other one comes from your bathroom, so that's your shower and also your sink as well.
So are you expected to carry a bucket with you?
No, that's what your waste master's for.
Right, okay.
So you've got a 40 litre Akerol and then you've got a 50 litre waste master. So what you'll find is 9 out of 10 times if you've run out of fresh water, you need to empty your waste master as well. So you'll find yourself trundling off to the tap to refill up your Akerol and then also to empty your waste master as well. Okay. So first one come to here. We've just got a lovely storage locker there for you.
Oh, that's good.
So it's a bit of additional storage. Now, have we got any towing experience? Or are you towing brand new to you both as well?
No, we're used to towing trailers.
You're used to towing. Fantastic. All it is to watch with these
I'm not
cupboards.
saying I like it, but
you'll get used to it. Just watch what you're putting in here for when you're travelling. If you've got anything heavy, always put it between the axles, so always put it in line with the wheels. The reason for that is it won't affect the way the caravan tows, where if you put it right at the very front or right at the very back of the caravan, you will find it will add to the snaking effect. So always keep all your weight in the centre of the van and it won't affect the way the caravan
So only
tows
lightweight
anyway.
stuff in there?
Yeah, lightweight. Obviously when you get to site you can cram whatever you want in, but just for travelling, just keep it down to a minimum inside here. Okay. We'll keep coming round the back. So if you notice, there's handles on the rear and on the front of the van. If you do ever need to manhandle your van around, which we do quite often here, always push and pull via the handles. Don't push on the body of the caravan, because you can crack the shells on them, so just use the handles to push and pull, and they're designed to take the strength that you need to move your caravan around. Then on the very back end, if you look, your rear legs are actually on the back end. So the front ones are on the side, your rear ones are underneath the back end. Exactly the same, little nut on the end, just put your leg winder on there and just wind them down.
So where's the nut? Is it underneath?
On the end. If you look, they are quite low down, but if you look, you just see the nut on the end there. Okay, you can just see it. That's your nut just on the end there.
That's sprained the ankle, that's fine.
It's alright. Jack has already said that you've got a number plate at home, you haven't got it with you. I have got this one that he's made up. I can stick it on for you. How far are you travelling?
Oh, only 20 minutes.
Well, you can either just prop it up in your window, or I can just stick it on with some sticky pads, and all you need to do is just pull it off when you get there. So that's up to you, but I'll sort that out after for you. So you're covered when you're going down the road. So, next thing I come across, now this is all to do with your toilet. So in the very top is your flush tank. So what this is, rather than using your fresh water when you flush your toilet, it's got its own tank in here. So you will need like a watering can, or I use like, you know, the big squash bottles, and it'll hold about 5 to 6 litres in here.
Can you write that? Oh no, we don't need to write it down.
I was just saying, you're on video as well. So all this is pink solution and then the water in the top. And all this is for then when you flush your toilet, it's just a nice fragrance water which freshens up your toilet every time you flush it. Okay. But as I say, you will need a watering can or a plastic bottle of some sort to fill it up. Now I wouldn't be too go too mad with filling it to the top, because if you fill it to the top and you don't use it,
then
you will have to drain it down for when you're travelling.
Yeah.
So I'd start off with maybe just putting a couple of litres in. It all depends. I mean, if you're on a campsite where your toilet's 10 seconds away, you'll probably use the on-site ones rather than using the van.
Except at night.
If you're in the middle of nowhere and there's no toilet anywhere near you, then yes, I would probably put a little bit more in, because the last thing you want is if you use the loo that you've got no flush left.
Yeah. So are you saying you can't travel with it?
You can travel with a small amount in, but I certainly, if you'd filled it up to the top, I'd definitely take some out for when you're travelling. The reason for that is obviously when it's going down the road, there is a chance it may slosh out inside, and obviously the pink liquid will stain your carpets and things if it does leak out.
Right.
Okay, but I'll show you where to drain it off. That's just below. So it's pink liquid and water in the top tank. So that's for the flush. So below us here is your lovely toilet cassette. So to remove your cassette, all it is a little yellow trigger underneath. You lift it up, and then you can simply slide your cassette out. So this is obviously where all the nice stuff goes. And then all it is inside this bit. That's where your blue liquid. So your blue liquid goes inside here.
So you fill up the blue.
Yeah, well, if you read on the bottles, they're all slightly different, but there is a slight measuring guide on there. It's not an exact science. All the blue liquid does inside here, it starts to break down everything that's in here, but it also neutralises all the odours. So when you go to empty this, it doesn't sound like it doesn't smell like you're carrying a week's worth of whatever. it smells like blue chemical. That's all. Do be careful with the blue chemical, because if you do get it on your hands or anywhere, you will look like Papa Smurf. Okay, because it will stain your hands. So be careful with it. Don't get it everywhere. So obviously once you've got the blue liquid and then just a spot of water in here, you simply screw it up, push your handle back round and just insert it in, and that's it, it's ready for use.
Sorry, how do you empty it? How do you empty it?
I'll show you that now.
When you say the spot of water, you mean
again, if you read on the bottle, it's only a small amount. All it is so there's enough liquid in there for anything that drops in it will start breaking down as such. That makes sense. When it comes to emptying it, it's just as easy as take it to the point where you need to empty it. Now, if it's one with a wall around it, don't put this on the wall where you are, because if you knock it in with your arm, I wouldn't want to go down there and get it. So just pop it by your feet, and then all you simply do is tip it up and then press this button at the back. All the button here is an air release, so it just lets everything come out of here. And then you can just give it a quick slosh off.
Is there a tap there usually to rinse it out?
Yeah, normally, there's a tap there at the facility.
Yes, please.
Yeah, cheers, Dave. And then obviously once you're done, you recharge it back up with some blue liquid inside there, and then just simply screw it up and pop it back in, and that's it, you're ready to go.
Right.
Happy with that?
Yeah,
fantastic.
Hannah's got that, haven't you, Hannah?
So, move on down. I'll show you your door next. Now, you have got a catch which holds your door. So, if you have any visitors over, especially if you've had a couple of them, do show them that catch at the top. Because we do repair quite a lot of these and quite a lot of these, where people just grab hold of it. It doesn't come first time, so they'll give it a good yank. So, just show them that they need to pull the lever to release it away from the door. And then obviously you've got the lovely barn style split door as well on the bottom.
Why has that got tape on it?
Probably just to keep it closed in there.
Right.
It's obviously a feature that the previous customers have.
So there's nothing wrong with it then?
No, absolutely nothing wrong with it. All they can work themselves a bit loose, so that tapes it in there just so it stays
nice
put
firm,
in there.
okay.
Yeah, it's nice and firm in there. So, next one I'll do is your wheel nuts. Now, for your wheel nuts on the caravan, they've been checked in the PDI. I will torque them again for you today, but then from today onwards, it's down to yourselves to be checking. If you've got a torque wrench, fantastic. If not, you can just use a tyre iron and just make sure that your wheel nuts are tight. For the wheel nuts, it's 115 Newton meters. You have to remember that is inside your handbook in there. The reason for the wheel nuts being torqued up was there was a company, wasn't any of the ones we sell here, that they had a phase where their caravan wheels kept falling off. So they've blanketed the whole industry now that we need to advise people that you need to be checking your wheel nuts before you set off. So before you set off on a journey, takes 30 seconds, just check that your wheel nuts are nice and tight.
Okay, fair enough.
Lovely. So we'll keep
does that come with the caravan or?
No, sadly not. That's my torque wrench. But you can buy a torque wrench, or you can just use a tyre iron and just make sure that your wheel nuts are tight.
I've got a
torque wrench.
Yeah, well, I haven't got a torque wrench. I've just got an ordinary.
So next one. This is what we call a lovely wet locker.
All right.
So this is good for any wet items, so rather than putting damp items inside the van, so if you've got any dirty walking boots, or maybe you've got a dog and you've got a dirty dog towel, at least you can...
put the dirty dog in there.
Well, don't put the dirty dog in there.
We're not very fond of dogs. But...
Oh, there you go, if you don't like him, you can chuck a dirty dog in there.
Sort of chihuahua size.
So, as I say, they call it a wet locker because it is designed for wet items in there, and obviously you're not getting any unwanted moisture inside the van for it. The other thing you have got is there is an external 240 socket there, so you can have external power. So if you want to run a stereo, or maybe you want a light or an extra light or something outside, you've got a power source there. But as I say, same as all the sockets inside, you need to be plugged into the 240, the mains cable, for that socket to be live. And then, last but not least, gas barbecue point.
Before we get onto that, all these keys.
Yes.
Is it the same key?
One key fits all.
One key fits all.
Yeah, which is marvellous. Better than some where you've got a bunch of about 10 different keys.
Do you know how many copies we're going to get?
There's only one set on here, but I'll let you speak to Jack, because the keys that you've got here are readily available. We have them in the shop. They're a standard key. They're all numbered, don't worry, they're all numbered, so there is different keys of them, but we do have a whole array of them here, so we should have a secondary one, so you can
what you're saying is these are actually quite easy for people to break into if they were keen to do that.
If they wanted to walk around with a bunch of 100 keys
and try them out,
yes, they could work one by one all the way through.
But actually they're not going to get a dirty chihuahua out.
I'd leave the dirty chihuahua in there. So last one, external barbecue point. So all it is with this, I'm trying to keep a straight face now. All it is with this is, all you need is the little fitting that pushes up onto it, and then obviously you'll have the rubber hose going to whatever gas appliance you want to use, whether it's a gas burner or a gas barbecue or anything. And then all you simply do is turn that lever round so it points straight out, and then that will draw off your gas bottle inside there. So as long as that gas bottle's in, you can have an external gas supply as well.
Great.
Okay.
If you're, can you just pop the red cap back on?
Oh, yes.
If you're not a barbecuer, would you use that for anything else?
No, not really. As I say, the only ones I've seen is either a gas barbecue or like a gas burner externally.
A gas burner?
Yeah, you know, like the ones you see in the pubs.
Oh, them things?
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
They're a bit daft, aren't they?
Yeah.
I shouldn't say that on YouTube.
No, it doesn't matter. Don't worry. I've had worse said.
That's not the opinion of Salop Leisure.
Oh, I'm definitely going to watch this video now. So that's about it for the outside, unless you've got any other questions.
Not at the moment, no.
No? Lovely. Well, if you want to jump inside then, and I'll make a start on the inside, and then probably a few of the things I've talked about outside will start making some sense for you.